This is Chet Holmgren, and I'm down to dunk.
This is AJ Mitchell, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Alex Crusoe, and I'm down to dunk.
It's like baby bottle pop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is Adam Flagler, and I'm down to dunk.
Hey, it's Isaiah Hartenstein, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Casey Wallace, and I'm down to dunk.
I can't spell Lucas. Hey, how do you spell Lucas? How do you spell Lucas?
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
This is Nikola Topic, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Dylan Jones, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Isaiah Joe, and I'm down to dunk.
And there's probably like 50 to 75 Beanie Babies.
Give me like your top 3 Pokemon.
Brother, I can't even name.
This is Jay Will, and I'm down to dunk.
Sometimes the way his brain works is it leaves a lot to be desired. This is Kenrich Williams, and I'm down to dunk.
Charmander.
Yeah.
Charmander. Or you're more of a Charmeleon guy.
Charmeleon.
This is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and I'm down to dunk.
Schlecht. You know what it
Schlecht?
means? Yeah.
That means like bad.
It means bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, it was a good interview, so it wasn't bad.
J-Dub, year 3, and I'm down to dunk for the 3rd time. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to episode 16 of Down to Dunk. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcast. Go to theathletic.com/down2dunk and get The Athletic for $1 a month for 6 months. I am Luke, joined this morning by Andrew.
I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Woo!
Slam through.
Taylor.
Mama told me not to come. Mama told me.
And Jay.
It's Jay.
What's up, dudes?
What's up, my guys?
Hey,
What's up, my guys?
big announcement. If you haven't already seen on our Instagram.
Did you say
If
Sneen?
you haven't already seen on our Instagram, on our Twitter, we have a new shirt out that you need to get in time for the playoffs to be playoff ready. It is post-game Gallo celebrating our favorite post-game interviewer and his various styles.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can and it just kind of goes. It's a little cutout thing that's going to be on a t-shirt, but also you can go on our website and download a black and white version so you can actually cut out and create your own post-game Gallo. You know, you can, if you're a teacher, print it out for your kids.
Yep.
Have them color it. Look, I made one. You want to take it up?
Oh yeah,
Take it
here.
up to
Let
the
me take
people?
it up there to the people.
I had
Check it out. Is that good, Andrew?
I created mine.
Yeah. That's great.
And that's
Hey, this is really good, Luke. Luke, by the way, Luke didn't actually make that. He made his intern made it.
yes, I did.
His intern made it.
And
Have you seen this?
Made it.
and we
Have you
worked
seen this thing?
worked on this. Have you seen this? It's with the great Dusty Gilpin.
Yep.
Helped us create this and love working with Dusty. He helped us with the big dog shirt last year. Couldn't do it without him. But go check. There's links on our Twitter. Check it out. I'm sure we can put a link on the actual podcast maybe itself when you're going to click on it. We'll see if figure that out how to do it. But go check it out. Get it. We're very excited about it. And it's going to be great. You know, and if you make your own, you actually go to the website and print out your own, post it, bring it to the game, wave it around, you know,
That's right.
Wave your little Gallo
wave
around.
your little Gallo around at the game and just.
My kids are legitimately into paper dolls, though. Like
Oh.
my 4-year-old loves paper dolls. She has a book of paper dolls.
You could print it on, like you could take the image
Yeah.
and send it to, Quick Prints online or Kinko's locally, any print shop, and get it printed on poster board size.
Better, yeah.
That mine's.
You get a poster board size Gallo. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, you
go
can
for
do
it.
that.
You can go wild with it.
You should do
And
that.
Dusty made the files. I think the resolution is really, really high. I mean, he set these up for you. Just get on there, you'll see it. It's a free checkout for these cutouts, the printouts, and then it just emails you a PDF, high res PDF, and then do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want with it.
If you really want to go all in, you print it on a big piece of paper.
Yeah.
And then you take that and you put it on foam board.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then you bring a life-size Gallo.
That's what I was just thinking. Could you make
he's probably
this
what,
as big
5'7",
as
5'8", probably.
He's 6'3" at least.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 6'4".
6'5", probably.
No, it's hard to tell.
So just to give you a
just
range
looks short.
of how big you must go, it needs to be minimally 5'7", maximally 6'5".
Yeah.
I didn't even think about making
That's a
life
good
size. That would be great. But yeah, go and do that. Get a shirt. We'll get them, sent out. Taylor, we'll do that. I don't know when those will get out, but
What?
they're pre-order.
There's a pre-order
It's
for the
pre-order.
shirts. You can download this now. The pre-order for the shirts will end on Sunday, and then I'm trying to get a quick turnaround.
Sorry,
on those.
first batch. Be the envy of all your friends.
Yes.
With the first one, be like, "Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?"
Go get them. Go get them.
Okay, now let's on to the normal podcast.
Well, before we get there, we got to talk about our friends Aaron and Drew Reese at the Shelter Insurance Agency here in OKC, who support Down to Dunk and the Thunder. I was woken up this morning by a very scary thunderstorm. Did you guys get woken? You didn't get woken up by it, did you?
I did. I wish I got woken up by
Taylor
it.
doesn't get woken up for nothing.
5:30 a.m. The thunder woke me up, and I thought people are going to need to call Aaron
The
and Drew.
Thunder, they're like, Andrew, it's time to wake up, man. It's game time.
Storm season, and in fact, I think it's supposed to snow this weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah, that's what
Sunday.
Mike Mitchell said. Big snow.
Mike Mitchell's not a guy.
Mark Mitchell. What's
Nope.
his name?
Mike Morgan.
Mike Morgan.
Yeah.
Then you're maybe trying to combine him with Rick Mitchell, who hasn't been here in 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick said it would.
Rick said it would.
You know, Mike Mitchell
He
does
was my
sound-
guy for a while, man.
Wow.
What's up, my guy?
What's up, Mike?
No, I'm talking about David Plain.
Damon Lane.
I mean, David Lane.
Huh?
So good.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Shelter Insurance has been ranked by Forbes the best auto insurance company. And also, listen, JD Power, 6 out of the last 7 years, has voted them number 1 for customer satisfaction. I don't know what happened in that 1 year,
We don't talk about
but
that.
I think
we
it
don't
was.
talk about that year.
It was rigged.
But listen, it was totally rigged. But listen, these are trustworthy guys. You should call them. Call Aaron and Drew today to protect what matters most.
That's right.
Call Aaron at 405-773-5500. Would love to connect you to these guys.
You know what, guys,
So-
I'd like to connect to is the Thunder basketball team.
Listen, we should talk about the belt first, just to get it out of the way, so this a certain someone can wear the belt. for
Oh yeah, who
almost an entire
who gets
Who would that be?
it? Who
So-
gets it? Who's the smartest basketball
The
mind of all
Bulls-
of us?
the Bulls game.
Who
the one?
said what was going to happen and it happened, like some sort of Nostradamus?
Jay said they'd win by 15.
Was that?
Which is a reasonable beatdown.
That wasn't.
It
Wasn't right though.
I
was
said
not.
18.
Reasonable beatdown.
Which
Surely
is actually the amount that they've beaten. That's the point differential for
The entire
the
Eastern Conference.
which is wild.
Surely Andrew got
Holy
this.
moly.
He's smart.
Taylor thought the Bulls would win by 1.
I'm pretty smart.
No, he's not.
And then L-Man said they win by 20. And he has won the belt for a second consecutive week.
I might never lose again. Some are saying.
Listen.
Taylor, you not only picked the Bulls winning by 1, but you
Yeah?
said Giddey would win the game with another half court heave.
Did I really say that?
Yep.
Oh. Was I?
You may have been a little influenced.
Giddy had a fine game, but he was
Didn't matter.
just getting destroyed.
What
by
was
J-Dub.
Kobe White's plus or minus was like a minus 37 or something like that for the entire game.
Oh yeah.
He took
And then
5 shots.
They played the Pistons on Wednesday. It was a slog, if you will.
It was. Yeah, it was a game until it wasn't.
Shea was unusually off,
Yeah,
and they still won by what, 16?
they won by 16.
Yeah. Just a slog.
And what
we won
felt-
by
In
16.
what felt like a close game.
Didn't
Yes.
it feel that way though? It was like
I mean, it
points.
was definitely a
Yeah.
close game. They pulled within 4 with about, I think it was like 3 minutes left or 5 minutes left, and the Thunder went on a 12-0 run to end the
Yeah.
game.
So we're like,
dumb.
okay, time to.
To finish, I mean, to just kind of, I would say, cement themselves as the greatest intra-conference or cross-conference team in NBA history.
They lost one game.
No one's catching that. Like that's just not. No one's
unless they do it undefeated next year.
That would be the only way.
Yeah. That.
I don't think
that's the league, like for the whole league ever.
Ever.
Holy moly!
It's the greatest. So I think like
Greatness.
the 26
greatness.
2016-17 Warriors had 3 losses against the East
Losers,
and I'm pretty sure we're the Mavericks that 06-07 one that everybody's like in the back of their mind terrified that the Thunder could be kind of thing.
Are you terrified about that?
No, but you hear it a lot.
Yeah.
It was the We Believe Warriors,
Yeah.
but it was a 5. So what do people think about? It's
The ones that lost to
5-game first round series,
Yeah.
which doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
And the Thunder are
Baron Davis beat
absolutely-
Dizzle.
absolutely dominant this year. That's crazy. Largest point. They basically have to end the season not giving up over the next 6 games more points than they score, and they will set the largest point differential in the history of the NBA.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably not going to
We're
happen either.
witnessing greatness.
Greatness.
Yeah.
I don't think that's even an appropriate word. I think it's not enough.
Oh, you think it's more than greatness?
It's not.
I think as far as regular season,
Greatness.
it will go
exemplified.
down top 5 regular season of all time in the NBA.
Whoa. Okay.
Top
we're witnessing.
3.
Okay, how about this? We're
Top
witnessing.
3?
Yeah.
We're witnessing excellence.
What's
You
better,
think top-
greatness
so
or
you-
excellence?
You've got the
Excellence is better.
95-96 Bulls.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the 2015-16 Warriors. 70. Those are the 72 and
73.
10 and 73 and 9.
Yeah.
Then you have that 70s Lakers team that was Jerry West and Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, I remember them.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I love watching them play.
That was such a fun season.
I was alive.
Honestly, the 16 Spurs also probably should be in there too.
Yeah.
67
Yeah, which
games.
is insane that the Thunder beat them in the playoffs.
I know. I remember the whole season thinking like it didn't really matter what the Thunder do. They're not going to beat the Spurs or the Warriors in the playoffs. They almost happened with both teams, but we won't talk
It
about
almost
the rest of
happened,
And
didn't
then
it, Andrew? It almost
Dion
happened.
shoved Manu Ginobili while we were at Republic.
That was amazing.
That was the greatest.
That's a core memory for me.
That was
good.
great.
Dion shoving Manu Ginobili.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That is a core memory. It's a good memory.
We're witnessing excellence.
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 Yeah, they've been ridiculous. I mean, like even that Pistons game, like the feeling of watching a game and thinking, "Oh my goodness, this is going to slip away," or they're going to lose this game. I didn't feel that one time.
I
You
was
guys feel-
about to say I didn't feel that at all.
Yeah.
You feel that one time? They
No.
close it within 4 with like 4 or 5 minutes left, and even then, I'm like, they're probably going to do something here.
Because the Thunder are missing. They keep missing threes. They
The
keep
threes-
missing
the threes
shots.
just kept rattling out over
Yeah.
and over and
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah,
You're just
the
like,
Pistons are hustling, getting a bunch of baskets basically at the rim. Everything was at the rim. And then Dort hits a 3, puts them up 7, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. That's all it was right
Yeah.
there. We're
Yeah.
just waiting on a Dort 3. The whole team sometimes we're just waiting on a Dort 3.
That's
they
right.
didn't even want the other ones to go in.
No.
It felt like everybody was missing. Joe was missing.
Yeah, everyone
Jada was missing.
Yeah.
Shea was missing.
Yeah.
Dort just like took the lid off, and then I think Dub hit one towards the end as well.
Dub hit one.
Yeah.
and it was over.
Shea hit a
Yeah.
Shea hit a huge mid-range ISO jumper there.
Good job.
Thanks.
I think we're gonna end with 69 games. One.
Oh,
You think just for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Thunder overall in
That's
that
the
game
target.
shot 10 of
That's the
38.
target.
They shot 26.3% from the
It's gonna be a
3-point
nice. You know what we're witnessing? A nice season.
That
line.
is nice.
Exactly. When I said great, wasn't
Really?
the right word.
Nice.
Nice is.
Nice.
Hey, so can I
pretty,
take?
pretty nice little season.
Nice little season you got
Seriously,
there.
we need to if that happens, we need to make a
Just a nice shirt.
Thunder
Nice.
nice Thunder season.
Nice,
shirt.
comma Thunder.
Just a nice season.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Seriously.
can we take this is something I did on my own the other day, and I just thought you all would maybe enjoy it. Just can I take a quick talking about greatest teams of all time?
Uh-huh.
One of the regularly talked about one, like I just mentioned, was the 71-72 Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA was a little bit different back then.
Yeah.
So there's 3 teams that no longer exist in their form that they were in the 71-72 team. So I'm gonna see You may know this, probably pretty easy, but this is just because for me, I'm like, it's just a different world today. So there are 3 teams that don't exist anymore that were in that Lakers schedule. Number 1, this is the easiest one, the Baltimore Bullets. Who did they become?
The Washington Bullets,
which became
the Washington Wizards.
Good job. Now let's get a little more challenging here. Let's go to the Cincinnati Royals.
Cincinnati Royals.
They became the Kings, didn't they?
Oh, I don't think Jay knows this.
No, I'm working on it. I know.
Am I wrong?
He's working on it.
I'm working on
I
it.
think he'd have these answers like ready.
I know. I did.
I thought
Yes,
because you asked the question.
Yes, they became the Kings.
Okay.
I was like, I think that's right, but I'm like,
I don't know.
Historian.
The one I was confused because there's also a team called the Buffalo Braves.
Clippers. They became the Clippers.
Oh yeah,
Became the
yeah,
Clippers.
yeah.
But they actually, I think, went to San Diego first.
Yeah.
And then went to LA.
That's why they were called the
San
Clippers.
Diego.
It's more of a port.
Because
Oh, yeah.
it's a ship.
So
It's a ship.
It's a
it was
ship.
back in the day when the Cincinnati and Buffalo was big NBA draw.
That's right.
Wow.
We all remember those days.
Oh, yeah.
When we talk about that 71.
We were all
That's one of the greatest teams I've ever seen.
we were all born.
Traveling commercial to Buffalo.
Dude, they're probably taking 24-hour bus
Yeah,
rides to
joke.
Buffalo.
Which game are we gonna do for the
You
belt
got to
next
do a
week?
Lakers one, right?
Oh yeah.
It's got to be one of the Lakers.
What's your
ones.
so before we get to the belt, what do you think? So they play Houston tonight,
Yep.
Mhm.
and then Lakers. So Houston, Lakers on Sunday, Lakers on Tuesday.
Yep.
Win.
So
If they win those 3, they're winning 70 games.
I think so too. So tonight, Wiggins is back, which is great.
Nice.
Wiggins.
How many games was he out?
A lot. 5, 6 games, something like that.
And just
I did feel it. I did feel it. In
yeah,
the
they're not
Pistons
as
game.
good without him, but it didn't
Yeah.
matter. They still won, I think, by an average margin of I think 50 this last 2 weeks.
50.
Jay Will is out sprinting.
Jay will do what?
I'll watch it.
Jay will watch.
And then like Oos and Dukas and AJ and
Dukas.
Topic are all out. So
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks, which is very important, is the only player out for the Rockets. And
Although that just means you're going to get even more Amen Thompson on Shea.
yeah, I think a lot of that was going to happen anyways. Amen is not a crazy person that could potentially hurt your players, though.
Right. That's why I was really thankful Beef Stew wasn't playing on Wednesday night.
Oh my gosh. Like they have dodged 2 bullets because of suspension with those 2 guys who
Mhm.
are just like both of them are fierce competitors, but they're reckless players that you just don't want to play against.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, because Isaiah Stewart's going to try to fight you.
He's going to try to fight you. He's going to make sure you see his teeth when you're fighting him.
And he's gonna hit a 3, and that's gonna really piss you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shouldn't be happening.
But of the 3, the question I was leading toward is which game, if any of the 3, do they intentionally sit some of their key players?
I mean, maybe the second Lakers game.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. The Lakers have more to fight for positioning wise, correct?
Yes,
Than
but
Houston.
absolutely.
I'm telling you, you want
They
to know
just
what would
lost
be
last night.
incredibly satisfying? It's just hammering both of those games.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say seeing the Lakers and the Warriors in the first round. And
Also would be
having
satisfying.
one of them put the other one out. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors just killed the Lakers last night.
Mhm.
And a lot of it is like Luka was not good yesterday, but they had such a switch heavy defense against the Lakers, and the Lakers did not handle that well.
Yeah.
Well, guess what's about to happen to you?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. And not to mention, like, you have Jimmy Butts and Draymond, who are good defenders, but
Yeah.
you're switching multiple perimeter defenders against the Thunder that are, I mean, I would think high level, potentially defensive player or all defensive team defenders
Yeah.
on the perimeter. It's like,
Thunder have some guys a little bit better than Moses Moody. I would say.
Yeah. And Brandon Pozemski.
A little bit better.
Although Pozemski shot like 8 of something from the
8 of 10. You're right, Jay. You're right on the monkeys.
That's us. We're hitting on all cylinders.
So you want to pick the Lakers Sunday game?
Sure.
2:30 tip.
Ooh, a nice Sunday 2:30.
Ooh,
Is this an ABC game?
Ooh, am I at the dentist?
I mean, it's got to be.
It is the dentist's favorite time.
Let's say tooth hurty.
Is that a phrase?
Tooth hurty.
Tooth hurty.
Yeah.
Have you never heard that joke?
It's the best time to go to the dentist.
It's one of the greatest jokes of all
Tooth hurty.
I'm
time.
confident we have told that on this show
We have
hundreds
of times. Hey, I think that the Thunder are going to win this game by 19 points.
Wow.
19.
You're kind of going back to the
19.
same well. I'm going to go Thunder by 7.
Sorry, I believe.
Sorry that you're victorious too.
Why'd you both say sorry like Canadians? You said
Who's
sorry.
sorry?
Both of you.
Sorry.
Who's wearing the belt?
You are.
It's
Respect
weird.
it. 2 weeks in a row, I am respecting it.
Didn't get here
Thunder by 7.
Didn't get here by not believing.
Thunder by I'll take Thunder by 6. No, Thunder by 8.
I'm winning this. Andrew, you gotta go. You gotta go get up there, or I'm winning. I'm running away. Week 3 with this belt.
I'll go Thunder by 11.
Oh my gosh, guys, get out of here!
I mean, it's
already mine.
it's not the Pistons.
Believe.
it's not the Grizzlies.
The
it's not
Lakers actually have a lot to play for right now.
You know, I wish you just believed in this team.
I believe
it is at home.
Because
they're both at
It
home.
is at home.
Yeah,
That's very unfair for the Lakers.
Is that the? I could do this pretty quickly.
come here, boy.
What's the final Thunder home game? Because those last 2 are
Lakers game.
in
This
Utah.
is it.
Okay,
This
that's
is
what I was about to say.
This
This is it.
And then they go to
This is it.
they go to Phoenix,
Yep.
to Utah, and to
Win.
New Orleans to
Win.
finish.
Win 70-win season.
Should win those 3 for sure because Phoenix is cooked.
Luke, you don't want a 70-win season. You want one less than 70.
They're
You don't always get what you want.
they're cooked, but the Kings are just like, you know what? We're also cooked.
We can be cooked more.
We're
Yeah, the 10 seed is just going to get routed in that first game.
I mean, they should. Yeah, the Kings lost to the Wizards the other night. It was. I mean, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. They're not a good team. They should make a lot of changes this summer. I cannot.
They should fire their coach.
The fact that they just didn't try to get. Yeah, the fact that they didn't just try to get a bunch of draft picks for De'Aaron Fox and instead got Zach LaVine, who has looked what's less than apathetic. Whatever that is, that's what he is on the Sacramento.
Uninterested?
Yeah. Like
That's probably apathy. That's a synonym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
Okay, I know what's
better.
put a space between the A and the P and apathetic. Apathetic.
Yeah.
Man.
There you go. That's it.
Wow.
That just kind of what they mean.
Well, you
Like
said what's
apathetic
worse
is like
than
he just
apathetic?
doesn't
Definitely
care.
calling you apathetic, man.
I agree. That's
Never thought about
worse.
that.
Good job.
Wow.
Success.
I did it. Wordplay. Kind of a wordsmith.
So right now, the Grizzlies and Timberwolves are switching spots in the play-in tournament. The Timberwolves have a much easier schedule than the Grizzlies do down the stretch. I expect the Grizzlies to fall into the play-in tournament.
Especially when Ja gets suspended.
He is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Is Ant okay?
Did you see what happened? So I guess it was not last
Wait,
night's
with
game.
Ja?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
So
about
he
this.
does this thing like a celebration where it actually makes me laugh, but just because it's so just like, oh, he makes a celebration. Was it against the Warriors? I don't know who they played, but he did this like gun celebration like this, which, like not sure you know about Ja. There's kind of a backstory in that.
Yeah.
And so the NBA is like investigating Ja Morant using this. And so last night against the Heat, he hits a game winner.
Oh no!
They already gave him a warning. The league gave him a warning.
Does the same thing.
He can't help it, dude. He's in the heat of the moment.
In the heat of the moment.
Pulls out his sniper rifle
It's just so.
celebration.
I mean, just thinking about like this Thunder team and like those kind of antics and all of that. Like, aren't you just like so glad to have Shea?
Yeah, it was against the Warriors.
Shea, well,
Yeah.
Shea and Schroeder are still arguing
That
right
was
now.
pretty funny.
It's been 3 days of just
I saw
nonstop
That's the
arguing
most
back
heated
and forth.
maybe the Thunder have been all season. Not heated, but like most argumentative with somebody.
Schroeder just would not stop talking.
Well,
and the fact that they know each other pretty well,
Yeah.
to kind of
Well, that's what Mark said.
Because it
too.
wasn't-
we love Dennis.
It didn't look like it was like a fight. Like they were not going to fight,
yeah,
but it was just like
it was
there-
almost
there
it
are
was
lots-
like
there's a lot of conversation happening.
yeah, it was like two brothers talking.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
just like I see it every single day, but there's just no one is holding back. Like everyone is like they both were like Shea a lot of times will just hold back and just be like whatever and just kind of walk off. But I think because it was Dennis, and I think also I don't think Shea thought that they did anything wrong either
No.
in the
I
moment.
don't even know what he was so mad about. Like
He's-
they were
he-
going to score?
He was mad that they scored. Like the game was over and they still scored. It's like, but it wasn't like they scored.
dude, there was like a
At-
minute and a left
with like a
left, or
second
2
left
minutes
or
No,
left.
whatever.
that's why I was like,
He just thought they should have dribbled the ball out, I guess.
Oh.
Which is just, who cares, man?
it would have been better if iHeart and him would have had the argument in German.
That would have been cool.
Ooh, that would have been scarier. Dang, much scarier.
It's just what it is absolute loser behavior, is what it is from Schroeder.
Hey, don't shoot the ball. The game is over. They have they have an argument.
No, that was 100% French.
Do not shoot the ball.
Was it really?
Yes,
Wait, what's
the
German? Give me
game
a
is over.
I don't do my ziz for French though. I say z. Okay, give me a German accent
No.
then.
So if the playoffs started,
So is it German?
No, that's no.
don't we have in fluky German?
Help me.
We could get
Schnitzel. Oh, don't shoot the ball. The game is over.
Okay, that's
Das Boot.
now you're there.
That is
Actually,
offensive
that was very
Ew.
offensive to
and
It's
me.
accurate,
offensive
and
to
very
me.
accurate.
To
Yeah.
yodelers.
I feel it.
To iHeart's
Yodeler.
dad.
To iHeart's father. Okay.
The,
Yeah.
the fat caterpillar from A Bug's Life.
I thought you were doing the chef from the Muppets.
It's kind of the
he's
same.
kind of getting there.
Wow.
So if the playoffs started today, our favorite question or favorite statement, the Thunder be the 1 seed, obviously.
Yay!
You-
Hooray! Really? We did it!
So let's just quick, just real for the sake of the pod. You have the first play-in game, the 9-10 seed would be the Mavericks versus the Kings.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm picking the Mavericks.
I think the Mavs would win it. Yeah.
Then the second is the Wolves and the Clippers. I'm still expecting the Grizzlies to fall into that, but right now it's the Wolves and the Clippers. That's awesome.
That's a great series.
Yeah,
The Wolves.
I would
think-
expect
I
both
think-
of them to go into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it'll
Yeah.
be the Clippers.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was going to
that
say.
will lose.
That will get to the. So
Oh.
that means that OKC's
That was a
first
weird way of
round.
saying
That's
that.
kind of a spin
Means okay,
zone.
yeah, what's
you know
spin
what?
zone?
Sometimes I'm surprised myself even.
It's the Clippers.
That will lose.
Wait, hold on. What did you say? Yeah.
I know. It's very confusing.
Where are
the
we?
way you said it.
But you have the
All I'm
Wolves.
thinking about is who the Thunder will play.
Yeah,
Right.
more than likely the Clippers.
Yeah.
If this works the way it does.
Yeah.
There's still a lot that can move around, though.
A lot of basketball.
A lot of basketball to be played, Luke.
Season's not over.
The 4-5 at this point would be the Lakers and the Warriors,
That
which would be a lot of fun.
I like
And get one of them out of the way. 3-6 is the Nuggets, Grizzlies, and then the 2 seed is the Rockets. So in theory, you would have like the Rockets, the Wolves, the Thunder versus the Clippers. It's a lot of good playoff basketball.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to take the Clippers in that matchup against the Thunder to lose. That's how we do all of
How
our
we do
picks
it
from
now.
now on.
We should do all our picks like that.
I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick the Lakers.
I think
I'm
I'm
gonna pick
picking the Lakers
by
on
20
Sunday
to
to
lose.
lose.
That's good.
Can you imagine how funny that would be if like Charles Barkley did that on TNT or something? It's really good.
It's a really good bit.
Yeah, it is
good.
a good
I
bit.
kind of like
Yeah.
it a lot.
Man,
Oh, my brain.
that's really funny.
So I thought this was interesting. Just there's so many stats that you can find that just prove the Thunder are awesome. This one was really interesting to me. So this is a stat of like the top 10 teams in net rating of all time and the number of games that the starters have missed in the season.
Okay.
That's great. Who did you pull this stat up?
I pulled this from Reddit from some guy named Justin Bieber.
Ooh, Justin Bieber.
He's a Thunder fan?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
So the 96 Bulls, 45 games missed by a starter. 97 Bulls, 56 games missed by a starter. 17 Warriors, 45 games. 24 Celtics, 67 games missed.
All
16
Porzingis.
Bulls, 52. 2008 Celtics, 31. 92 Bulls, 24. The 71 Bucks.
Can we guess ours?
4 games. Yes, I will let you guess. Did you see it already?
I can't guess.
Okay, and then the 16 Warriors only missed 34 games.
Hey, can you tell me about my 71, 72 Lakers teams?
He does not list them.
Oh
They're
my
not on
gosh,
there.
dude!
Bieber
The disrespect, Bieber.
Justin Bieber liked the 71 Bucks a little bit better than your Lakers.
Come on, Justin
Okay.
Bieber.
Are the Thunder in triple digits?
I was going to say, I'm going to say,
God, just between
Starters miss games.
Chet and iHeart, you got 60.
It's also maybe a little bit cheating because, like, who are the starters?
I think it's, I don't know. Then they just switched it, but I do think
not that
I do know
it's
what you
cheating,
mean.
but like they've
Shea Dort, Dub, iHeart, Chet is who I would consider those.
iHeart, Chet, and Kaysen. Honestly,
Kaysen.
I would put those 6.
You would put Kaysen in there?
I heart
He
Jet.
started
started-
90% of the season.
Dude.
Yeah,
Hold
but-
on. Let's start with this one. Andrew's doing it right now. Over under.
Yeah, how many games has
Taylor
how many
knows
games?
this.
has he started?
Hold on. Kaysen is only starting because of the starters being hurt.
Dude, that's not true. That's not true.
He started 2 nights ago, didn't he? No, was he injured that game? No, he was in.
Okay, but how many of his games starting are because of he was filling in?
I don't believe that's true.
Irrelevant.
I think that they may. I think that they will start
Okay,
Kaysen in the
here's the thing.
playoffs.
You're trying to start 6 players.
Hey.
I don't think they'll start double big every playoff game.
That's it.
I'm out of
That's
here.
it.
My number for
That's the
this,
last straw.
99. That's my
99.
number for
Okay,
this.
then.
I'm gonna go 100.
Kaysen,
I'm tired
Kaysen
of your
started
victories.
43 games.
Yeah, so over under 40. Taylor,
Of what?
I don't know.
games Kaysen started.
Yeah, I'm saying how many of those games did he start with Dort and J-Dub?
Most of them.
No, there's
With
no
Dort
way
and
it's
J-Dub?
most
What are you
of
talking
them.
about? Wait, what?
No, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yes,
Most of
Dort
them.
and J-Dub.
How many did Kaysen start with those 2 guys? Most of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, all of them.
a vast majority.
I'm gonna look it up.
So when you talk about him starting in lieu of, this is not where I thought you were going. You're so confusing. to me.
that is
I thought you were talking about the fact that
No, I'm saying
this is
that
way
is what I'm
easier to
saying.
argue.
That
This
is what
way
I'm
Kaysen Wallace
saying.
started
No.
largely whenever Chet was hurt. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, I'm
But-
talking about Kaysen starting games. I'm trying to say you guys are trying to sneak in a 6 starter, and I'm saying that's not very fair. Let's just hold a 5. We all know who the 5 are.
But that's not.
Okay, what's the number?
92.
I get the belt again! Undefeated. Dang. I'm on a roll. This I feel incredible.
Hey, can I tell you a development of this? A development this week that I'm starting to.
Yes.
I'm starting to. You can hear some murmurs.
Murmurs.
You know what murmurs out there right now?
Ear to the ground.
A little ear to the ground. If you're paying attention right now, there's some swells, if you will, of some
This is a big setup here.
Lou Dort Defensive Player of the Year.
I know.
Ooh.
Oh,
Michael
really?
Wilbon said it
It's like in the grapevine.
on
Is it-
ESPN.
Windhorse said it.
Windhorse said it on ESPN.
Ooh.
Bill Simmons said it.
Bill Simmons said it.
Ooh, this is how it kind of happens. A groundswell.
That's what I was looking for.
Ooh.
groundswell. Murmurs, a
Groundswell.
groundswell.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think the Thunder should have the following awards for this season.
Oh,
All of them.
Okay.
Executive of the Year. Check.
I think he absolutely should win Executive of the Year. By the way,
I can't
Yeah.
believe he hasn't yet, but
It is weird that he hasn't won it. He deserves it.
James Jones has.
Dude,
Don't even get me started.
that James Jones one. It's
Just saying, man.
Don't even get me
What
started.
matters? James Jones won it.
Yeah, he should win it. I mean, he built one of the greatest teams ever from the ground up. He should
a real nice team.
It could be the nicest team of all time.
Could be the nicest team of all time.
Could be. What was I talking about?
Okay, we're at executive
The
of
things
the
you
year.
think they should win.
Executive of the year.
Boom. One.
Next.
MVP. Shea, which I think he's going to win.
Yeah, the last straw poll came out. I don't know if you listened to that. Tim Bontemps. Tim Bontemps. I think it was like 77 first place votes for Shea. Like he's expanding his lead. It was the same day that Jokic had a 61 point triple double, but nonetheless.
But Russell.
Thank you.
Ruined that game
for the Thunder
because it somehow doesn't count. Because if he wins that game, which they absolutely should have, if Russ just dribbled the ball out, that's all he had to do was just dribble the ball out. Instead, he smokes a layup and then fouls a 3-point shooter. It is one of like the most improbable things. I know we've already talked about it on this show, but I'm obsessed with it. It's pretty special.
That's pretty.
So you've got executive of the year.
That's pretty.
You got the MVP.
Okay. And they need defensive player of the year.
Okay.
I think that Dort deserves it. All this Draymond stuff, like, yes, Draymond is a great defender. This would be like a lifetime achievement award for him somehow. Like, get out of here with that. The Thunder have the best defense. You ask anybody inside the Thunder organization who's the most important defender to your team, they will say it's Lou Dort.
Okay.
You can get. We had Chet talking about it the other night. Chet was asked about it, and he was talking about how important he is to the defense, mostly because he said that a lot of times big men get all these stats.
The geese are coming.
Because they're having to cover for guys blown assignments out on the perimeter. He's like, we don't have to do that with Lou. He's like, Lou is playing 1-on-2 essentially, and he still stays in front of whoever it is. So I think that there's definitely a case to be made. There's like the stats of like how he's held almost everybody except for Steph Curry under their season averages by a significant amount. Like there's just a lot there for Dort, and the Thunder just have a historic defense. And so I think that that he deserves to be defensive player of the year. Also because I don't think that there's anybody else that stands out above the rest that should be. Like,
no, Mobley's dropped off. Jaren Jackson, I don't know, it's even eligible anymore.
He's eligible, but I don't think he's going to win it.
Yeah, I'm with you. The Draymond Green thing feels like there's not really an obvious one here.
And Draymond just stood up and raised his own hand and said, "It's me. It should be me." And everybody's like, "Well, maybe it should be because we don't know what we're doing."
Yeah, exactly.
Here, listen.
That graphic that popped up where it's like that he had held all those people under their season averages.
Yeah.
It would have been really helpful, but I had closed captions on, so they were talking and I couldn't see what the numbers were.
Oh, no.
But it looked really impressive that they were talking about it. I'm sure it was.
Thunder, listen, if you're watching this podcast or listening to this podcast, we will give Lou Dort 1 hour every single week, every day if he wants it, to raise his own hand for defensive player of the year.
We'll allow Dort.
You want him to win? Bring him onto the Down to Dunk team.
That's right.
Hey, guys. Okay, Andrew, we're going to have to... Jake, come on over. Lou Dort's hand is right here. We're all going to raise it up. Come here. Come on.
We're going to do this.
How big is his hand?
It's really big. Oh, God, it's so heavy.
He wants it.
That is so weird.
That was weird. That was one of the weirdest things we've ever done.
I didn't like it, but
why?
We went with it.
All right. All right. Anything else before we take a break?
Pretty nice season, man. I'm excited for the last few games here. Ready for the playoffs. Thunder got to be strategic and sitting some guys over the next few games to get really just Shea. This is like an old Naked Gun like bit where just Jaw continues to escalate.
That's the type of
it's like he's like mimics getting in a tank.
Yeah, he's like next one he gets out a computer, unfolds it, just types in, and then it just says,
and then looks up for the drone,
calls it a drone strike.
The NBA is looking into Ja Morant's drone strike.
It's
drone strike bit has now suspended him for 5 games.
A guy comes onto the court with a briefcase. He like whispers numbers, and the guy pulls out a thing and has a nuclear bomb.
Like, oh no, Jaws doing the nuclear code.
He's got a red
phone. No, he's called it his friend with the football. That'd be great. Great. I'd love it.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Do you see they're doing a new Naked Gun?
I didn't see that.
Liam Neeson's playing Frank Drebin's son. Seth MacFarlane's the producer.
It'll be funny.
Seth MacFarlane.
Wow.
Wow. I don't have to him.
And we're back. After that quick break.
And we're back.
Elman, do you have a deep dive?
No, because everyone's still mad about all the LeBron songs, and
They're
still,
mad about
I
them?
still like them. Everyone's tired of them, but I still like them.
How do you still like them, dude? You know these things are.
Because
This has a week.
They're always funny to me.
Okay.
Always funny to
But
me.
I get it. Not everyone else.
I'm
likes them
gonna-
as much.
What?
Not everyone else likes them as much.
Huh?
But I still like them. Also, but I'll keep them to myself. But did you see the Rizzler? The Rizzler gets his own Arizona iced tea.
Correct.
No. Why?
Rizzberry. It has his face on it. Cartoon Rizzler face.
Is it still 99 cents?
I don't know, but I'd pay.
Was Arizona tea 99 cents?
Arizona's not 99, is it?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it?
It's Arizona.
Which one?
It's
Wait,
the big
what is
teal
it?
can.
Oh, I'm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're
But-
right.
Yeah,
but
am I
You're
right?
You're right. You're
Okay.
right.
I'm really here for
But
the
that
Rizzler.
did make
on
me
it.
question it too. I love a good.
Somebody look it up.
I bet with inflation, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, the only people
There's no way.
that stay steady are Sam's and Costco.
Yeah, no.
Just their hot dogs, though.
Oh, really?
No, they're still the same price. Everything else
Well,
is
better
more
be.
expensive.
Because I think this.
I mean, not their food court food, but
That's what I mean.
yeah,
The food court food.
yeah.
Boom. Look at that cartoon Rizzler.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Where else can you eat for that
like you can a lot of places?
inexpensively?
Nowhere.
You can, but you can eat like almost
nowhere.
anywhere.
Nowhere.
There's food.
You can't eat.
Food.
At
Where
most.
else can you
most
eat?
Where else can you eat?
Jay wakes up. He had like a slight aneurysm or something, and for some reason he
Where
only
can
believes
you eat?
He's like, can I even eat anywhere
I
besides
know I'm
Costco?
hungry.
I'm feeling this thing.
I'm aware of that, but what places
else
could
can I
I
eat?
actually eat at?
Almost anywhere.
You can't eat as cheaply as you can at Costco. That's all I'm trying to say. Or Sam's. Same
No,
thing.
absolutely. That's correct.
You go to McDonald's, $12. $12 for
Dude,
a meal.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, it's like
$12 a
Wait,
meal.
what?
Here's the
Minimally.
thing.
What is
No,
it,
no. If you're,
Charleston's? What's happening?
if you're buying for your family at Chick-fil-A,
Dude, I
it's
know.
$40 to $50 with
Okay.
meals and drinks.
You go to the garage. The garage.
Yeah.
And eat for less money than you could at McDonald's.
Yes, the garage is great value.
Great value.
So every time I go to Taco Bell, I get the same thing, but it's always a different price.
Yeah,
Every time. There's no rhyme or reason to what the price is.
dude,
I'll go.
that's so true.
I
at
order-
Taco Bell.
I order the same thing, $13. And then next week I'll go, it's 18. Next it's 14.
You remember the whole bit about Taco Bell is that you can eat there for like $3 and
Yeah.
be full, and now
Yeah.
it's also expensive.
But now
it takes
it's
forever.
expensive.
too.
Does it take forever?
No, it doesn't take that long.
Oh,
It's not Taco
just
Bueno.
go to honestly.
If you wanna-
Panda Express is one of the best values now. It used to be one of the more expensive ones. A plate is $10 and change, and that's so much food.
Yeah. I always get the
there's a-
upgrade because I love the honey walnut shrimp.
Oh, okay.
There's a new one by
Black
my
Angus
house.
steak.
It's very good.
The steak's good too.
It's very good.
Where's the Panda Buy here? Oh yeah,
On
that's
May,
right,
it just
yeah.
popped up by that.
over by the Mayfair area.
Yeah.
There's one right over here
Yeah.
by me now.
Yeah.
Over here.
There is.
It's great.
There is.
Well, for a kid, like if you got a kid that can still eat a bowl,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like,
They
that's
even have a
that's good-
kid's version meal, and it's the same as a Happy Meal.
Let's answer some Twitter questions.
Where are we? Where are we? Where can I eat?
You've got questions.
Where the hell can I eat?
Where do you think you are right now?
Now we answer them for you.
You can also go to Twitter.
This
Don't you
is
still Twitter?
Twitter questions. Now let's get down to it.
Jimmy,
What's the deal with Taco Bell?
Did we get a Jimmy?
You got it, Jimmy.
Hit me with a Jimmy.
Hey,
Jimmy.
here's a TQ. It comes from.
Here's what we're doing.
Here's
Where you can eat.
here's the TQ.
Where can I
I'm
eat?
telling you, we got no. He's loading more. It comes from.
This is Nakia's.
Nakia's NBA, who says better center. I heart if he also shot like Isaiah Joe, or Chet if he also drove like Wiggins.
I heart.
Yeah. Although I do love that iHeart has not made a three this year.
I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Here's my prediction. In one of these next two games at home, he's going to hit a three. And the arena might actually blow the roof off of it.
I hope he doesn't.
Blow the roof off.
The record is
So everything I thought about was like too violent, too terrifying.
Blow the roof off.
They're going to be super excited.
By the way, I always get caught up in phrases like that where I am thinking of two different phrases, but I know the feeling I'm going for.
Yeah.
And then I just combine them, and then you just sound awesome.
Blow the roof off.
The amount of times
The arena is going to blow the roof off.
The amount of times I get stuck in an analogy or a metaphor where I'm just like, yeah, it's as hot as a
hot air balloon.
Yeah.
I know.
Metaphors are dangerous. All right. Well, that's our Twitter questions.
No, it's not.
Answer the question.
That was Twitter questions. Thanks, everybody.
Just hold your horses, man.
There's more.
Yeah,
You're pissing me off.
You know who I really began to appreciate after the Slam and Jam appearance? This is my favorite thing about Slam and Jam is getting introduced to local people from markets that I wouldn't normally follow. Because sometimes you get people like whatever, James Edwards or whomever. And then sometimes you get people you don't know. This guy I should have known. I'll concede this. Law Murray was incredible.
Law's great.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And then he was, now he's on the NBA Daily from time to time. And I don't know, man, the Athletic, not just because we're a part of it. It feels like if you want quality basketball, you have to either now with obviously Zach Lowe coming back to the Ringer, but the Athletic is pretty much unmatched as far as local basketball knowledge and depth.
Yeah.
You just can't beat it.
And talent. I mean, like, how many of these guys are in their 20s and early 30s?
A lot of them are young. Yeah.
Yeah. Slater, I mean, Slater was here. Slater was here for the Bulls game.
Yeah.
And because I thought at first it was you, because I looked over where you were normally sitting and you weren't there. I couldn't find you. Where were you?
I was at home.
Oh, that makes sense. Makes sense why I couldn't see it.
Where were you? Hey, how about our next Twitter question? It comes from
that article Slater wrote was great.
Yeah, Slater did a great job. He was also on the Daily that night and did a great job. Yeah.
Hey, our next Twitter question comes from egg55555555555, who wants to know, do you think this Thunder team is more similar to the 90s Bulls or 2000s Spurs?
Or the 71-72 Lakers?
Or the team that I love and watch clips of every day, the 71.
Was Rick Barry?
Prime Jerry West?
Hey, Jay, was Rick Barry on that team too?
No.
Oh.
Hey,
did he ever play for the Lakers?
Is this a bit?
Yeah, I mean, not a good one, but it's an attempt.
It is one.
Commit to it. I kind of like where it's going.
I think he was.
What do you think it feels reminiscent of?
I think offensively, it feels a lot like the late career Duncan.
I think so.
Like Spurs,
the way they move the ball.
The way that they move the ball. Like they're so smart. Everyone can pass. Love to put somebody in the high post. Like there's just like a lot there.
I wouldn't say they're as great. That was some of that basketball. The Spurs' second series against the Heat the next year was some of the best offensive basketball I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Without any real super dominant guy. So remember in that series, Danny Green was the leading scorer for the Spurs for the first three games, which would be like Joe. Like all of a sudden Joe does what he did against it the Bulls where he where he
31
was sitting on 2 points shy of his career high with like 5 minutes left, and it was the Dylan Jones show. That was fun. I was not at all just going, will you give the ball to Isaiah Joe? And then Javon Carter's playing defense like it's the finals. Anyway, so so they don't pass as well, and the thing that they pass really well, but they don't. That team was just, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Yeah, the Spurs is more like IQ based, right? They had Boris Diaw, Manu, Tony Parker, Duncan, and then they had the young talent. And
Yeah,
this
they had
team
Kawhi,
is like,
but
and they had Kawhi, yeah.
But
of course,
Kawhi wasn't what he
of course.
became. Shea still has. This is why it's different than them. It's different than the Warriors teams. I don't know. I can't remember enough of the '90s Bulls of how they played. It's just such a different era of basketball.
Yeah,
You can't really compare that.
It's definitely a mix of the two, though.
But just having a guy that is the guy that isn't Steph, who's largely perimeter driven.
Yeah,
like Shea attacks constantly, creating the mismatches for the rest of the team. And Tony Parker did that, but he's not the elite level of scorer in any stretch of the imagination that Shea is. So it's just different the way that they play offense together. But the passing and ball movement definitely feels more of those Spursian kind of way.
It's like if you put Michael Jordan on the 2014 Spurs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That is some
guys.
Put those expectations a little higher. It's like, oh, you talking about a team that would probably go undefeated?
I think that we're just like scratching the surface of like who Shea is in the NBA, and I think people are just late to the game. I know he's going to win the MVP.
This leads into our next Twitter question, like perfectly.
Okay,
but Taylor, what do you want to say?
Yeah,
I was going to say we're trying to compare this team to, or relate this team to, like these generational legendary teams. And I think we're having an issue because this is going to be one of those. It's going to be like 90s Bulls, 2010s Spurs, 2015-16 Warriors,
The problem
2024 Thunder.
The problem is that they have one big thing to do before we can do.
They got to
that.
win it,
and that's kind of what's unsaid, which I just said it. Is that's what they got to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
statistically, they are in line with all these teams.
Yeah.
And they know it. They know that. I mean, that was the running joke in most media after the Bulls game, is everybody's just like, hey, here's the record you got. Here's another record you got. You have the greatest. Da, da, da. We don't care.
They don't.
Yeah, that's what they
They're
know.
like, we paused to celebrate when we broke the Thunder single season win record, but we're going after a championship.
Yeah, they don't. J-Dub said these stats are for you, not for us.
Yeah. If they win tonight, if they win tonight, not that it matters to us.
Yeah.
But they surpass the best Sonics. So the actual franchise record 64, as long as they hold the history of the Sonics.
65 wins is crazy.
It's crazy. Hey, you know what's crazy? Our next TQ comes
crazy.
from at Francis OKC, who says Carmelo Anthony said this is the beginning. Carmelo Anthony said this is the beginning of a run for Shea. Without getting ahead of ourselves, how many MVPs will Shea finish with in his career? Over under 2.5.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's not far fetched to think he might win 10.
I don't want to get ahead of myself. Maybe 13.
Maybe every year until he retires.
I think I'll take the over. I'll take the over.
I think it's okay.
I think if the Thunder start winning championships and Shea continues to do this, that he will win at least 3.
Jokic is at 2 right now, right?
4.
Oh, Jokic is at 4.
Doesn't he have 3? He's going for 4.
3.
Yeah. Okay, he has 3.
Yeah.
That feels.
Steph got 2.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Let me look it up.
Yeah, if I'd take the over. I'd go 3 or 4.
Steve Nash has 2.
Does he have 2?
Yeah.
Really? That just feels wrong, doesn't it?
They were really good for a couple of those years.
I know.
Jokic has 3. Giannis won 2 in a row. Let's see.
Freaking Joel Embiid. I
Steph
forgot
Curry
about that
has
one.
2. LeBron has 4. I believe that this team is like one of those teams of destiny that is going to win multiple championships.
Whoa.
They have an MVP that is, he's the best. Why are you bringing Jello into this?
Because he said, whoa.
I think that
He's saying some
Shea,
pretty big things.
I think that Shea is like the best guard to play in the NBA as like a shooting guard since Kobe and Michael. Like I think that he, whenever it's all said and done, he's going to
considering
pantheon.
Steph is more of a point guard.
Yes.
Okay.
He's in the same pantheon as those guys. And he's like more of that archetype too. Like Steph is his kind of own category player. Like no one's really been like
I would
Steph.
put D-Wade in this same category that you're talking about.
I think he's going to have a much better career than D-Wade. D-Wade he won championships, but as far as like who the player is, I think he's much better than D-Wade.
Well, I mean, Shea's going to win an MVP. Dwayne Wade never won an MVP.
He never won the MVP. I don't know. I feel like we feel like we have to hold back so much, and like yes, they do have to win it, but like look at the team they have. Look at no one has ever had a team like this with the assets like this
in the age
and the age of the team. They're literally the youngest team in the NBA right now,
and they could win 70 games.
So like honestly, what are we talking about? Like I think
we're all waiting. We're all waiting. If the Thunder. So let's say if the Thunder were a team that last year did what the Warriors did in their last championship, where they were like kind of a middling team, got in the playoffs, got hot, went to the championship, won, and then they came back with this type of season, the narrative around this team would be 9 day different. This is the greatest team. This is one of the greatest teams we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because we've already seen everybody is waiting for what happens in the playoffs because there is just a doubt until somebody proves it.
We have to win.
There was a tweet or a blue sky or something that said, I feel like in a few years when we look back, everyone will just say the Thunder were inevitable. Like there was no team that was going to do it. We can't.
The Thunder were inedible?
Inevitable.
Where do I eat? These guys are inedible.
Not there. You can't eat them. But it's going. This is like this. But we just need that one thing to happen.
Well, it's kind of what happened last year in hindsight to the Celtics is they win the championship.
Yeah.
And then everybody goes back and reevaluates the regular season.
So,
They're
of
like,
course.
Of
course they were going to.
Yeah, they're the best net rating, best net rating, one of the top 3 or 4 of all time. The Thunder are going to beat that net rating
by a lot.
They're going to have what is it? The Bulls, the 95-96 Bulls are the only net rating that'll be
It's the only net rating that's better. It's the only one.
Well, and then you still have, the Cavs are the best team in the East, but you still kind of think like, the Celtics are probably going to make it to the finals. Do you think that?
I mean,
yes.
I've heard several people say that. Yeah.
And honestly, like if the Thunder don't win the title this year, I think they're going to have a long playoff run, number one. But 2, like they're bringing back the same team next year.
Yeah.
They're bringing back the exact same team next year.
Hedging. I like
and
this.
do you think do you think that they're actually going to like get those playoff scars, which is some things that I think that's a legit argument of like why they wouldn't win it.
That's Wilbon's big thing that he said on ESPN.
There's a lot of people that feel that way. I would bet that they'll win it next year. If they don't win it this year, I just think in the next 2 years the Thunder will have a championship parade in Oklahoma City. I just really believe that.
Yeah, I think it'll be in June.
Yeah,
this year. It does feel like it.
So
there's a rumbling, isn't there?
Anyway,
I'm starting to believe.
It's kind of a murmur.
Yeah, it's a murmur.
It's a murmur. Black.
I think this is a very special team, and
the roster's flawless.
What is their weakness?
Age
and experience.
That's all they'll tell you.
That's it.
But time and time again, what we've seen with this team throughout the regular season is even though they're young and even though they're unexperienced, they play with a wisdom and a maturity that is different.
Yeah.
It's just different. They don't get rattled. What was it? I saw another stat yesterday on ESPN that was like the most 15-0 runs in the history of the NBA this year. Like the amount of times that they just like, we'll put the pedal down right now and game over.
More than those Warriors teams, which they were like, that was what they were built on.
Yeah, third quarters of just turning the game over.
Yeah.
Yep.
More 15-0 runs than any team in NBA history. So it's like
it's hard for us as Thunder fans to think about them winning the title too, because we've
had our heart
really
broken.
good teams get there and not actually do it
3 times.
Yeah.
So
we've been burned.
The finals, the Beverly play,
and
the 2016 Warriors series.
I think like if one of those teams actually won it, I don't think that we would have we would want to be holding back quite as much today, because this team is a lot better than those teams.
Yeah, without question.
They're a lot better than those.
There were
teams.
so many glaring holes in that team. They were just overwhelmed by the greatness of Katie and Russ.
Yeah.
But and it was back then, a lot of teams were like that, though. Teams just weren't built the way they are now. Like back then, when it was Katie and Russ, every team had a starter that was like, this guy just does one thing.
Yeah, that is the uniqueness of this Thunder team, and why Sam deserves Executive of the Year. Is the more impressive thing to me is not only the excellence of Shea and Chet and Dub and adding iHeart and Caruso, but it's like those peripheral moves of Wiggins and Joe and
Caruso,
Kaysen, and it's just like the depth.
Joe and Wiggins.
The depth is there. The camaraderie.
The depth is pretty special.
Yeah, the depth is special. The team camaraderie too. Like I was talking to a scout at the game the other night, and he said that's the thing that sticks out the most to him.
If only
is the team camaraderie.
Really?
If only there was like a shirt that you could get that celebrates that team camaraderie with what they do after they win all these games, and that you could buy and have shipped to you by a beautiful man named Taylor.
Thank you.
Wait, that does exist. Go to our Twitter. If you're as pumped up as I am right now, go to About This Team, go to our Twitter and buy one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, are you miffed and are you puffed?
Miffed and peeved.
This is our chance to talk total crap on the L man.
Hey, I'll see you later.
I was a little miffed and peeved this morning. You had mentioned, talking about our friends at Shelter Insurance, that there were some thunderstorms. We've had 2 different morning thunderstorms this week, and it is not my dog's favorite thing in the world.
Oh, no.
And so this morning I was about 30 minutes earlier than I meant to wake up on an already early morning, and my dogs were whining at the door saying, because they stay in our living room, and they were like, we think we're going to die out here. Like any chance you can come and just
for us,
bring us some comfort, because I don't know what's happening. There's loud noises and bright lights. So
Pretty sure this is the end for me.
because you think about it, they can't cognitively understand what's happening. So for them, it's like, this is it. This is death.
Got to be it. There's fire coming from the sky. This has got to be it.
So they hear thunder like 20 times louder than we do.
Dude,
All of it, they're in sleep. Imagine that.
It was legit scary this morning.
Yeah.
Like it was loud.
Imagine
It was
if you
very
were
loud.
a dog.
If I was a dog, 100 times
You
scary.
know what I'd say?
Arf, arf.
Arf, arf, bark, bark.
Bark, bark.
Okay, I'm going to work. Hey, guys, have a great week.
I need
Hey.
these pens.
You need those
Everybody have
pens?
a
I
great
can bring you mini pens.
Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah,
Bye, man.
Mini pens.
We need these.
Andrew Taylor, you miffed or peeved?
of course. So many things to be miffed about, but you know what? Okay.
Hey, do me a favor and just be the most
Go pee right here in the corner.
most visible exit
the
humanly
stream.
possible.
Hey, stream for the stream.
Stream for the stream.
Stream for the stream. Okay, go get yourself a Gallo shirt. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else before we go.
Download these
Support the people that
special.
support us.
Support the people that support us. Go check out Shelter Insurance. That would be wonderful. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the Thunder basketball. We'll talk to you guys again on Monday.